Mother, man.
Hey, here's Patrick from Skeleton Pit, and you're listening to Murder Metal Mayhem. Yeah.
Spreading faster than a case of the clap in a trailer court. Able to shatter eardrums within a 666-mile radius. A podcast more brutal than all the rest. It's Murder Metal Mayhem! This is Pete Altieri, and I have the privilege of doing an interview with Patrick of the German thrash metal band Skeleton Pit for Murder Metal Mayhem. Thanks for taking the time out with me today, Patrick. How are things with you guys over there in Germany?
Hey, Pete, and thanks for the invitation. Oh, that's a difficult question. Let's say we are okay.
Right.
It's okay in Germany because everybody is dealing with the COVID thing, and the people are fed up and tired of Corona. But yeah, let's see where it goes. And but for me personally, but for us is personally everything is fine. So
good. What's the weather like in Germany this time of year?
Really, this year we have a lot of snow. To be honest, I can't remember a year where we had so much snow. At the moment, it's still snowing, and yeah.
So our weather must be similar because we're in the middle of winter here too. So
yeah.
Well, very cool.
But
well,
6 to 8 weeks, and then the spring is gonna hit, I hope.
Right. Now you're a German, so I'm assuming you're drinking some beer as we're doing this, or?
At the moment, not. Probably, yes.
Yeah, one of the guys that does the podcast likes to drink, and I told him about that song you had on the first album, I think it was, about drinking, and I said, man, check this out. This is like your anthem, so.
Yeah, we really like to drink some beers sometimes, but I had a few yesterday, so today,
there you go.
Beer.
Well, I was in the Army, and the guys that I was in the Army with always said, if you're going to go anywhere overseas, you want to go to Germany. So I never got to go, but I had always heard it was a good time. All right, you guys released Lust to Lynch last year. It is fucking amazing. I got in touch, it sounds to me like a U.S. thrash meets German thrash. The rawness of the three-piece I really like. Can you tell us how you guys did that recording? Was that done in 2020 or earlier?
Thank you for the compliment. We recorded the whole album in 2020. All the songs were written even in 19.
Mm-hmm.
We took a lot of time for this because we had a few songs, and then we went back and redoing them and all that. And it was a complete different approach this time. The last time we've been in the studio like the most of the bands do, and this time we did the songwriting at home, not in the rehearsal room.
Right.
So we put all together in my small little recording room, I would say, and made a pre-production over a month, and then heard it back and forth, and then we changed it again and redid everything. And then when we knew this was the stuff we want to release, we recorded it at my place and just sent the stuff to our mixer and producer.
Oh, wow.
And this was a complete different approach, but it was the right one in this difficult times, I would say. And we had much more time to listen to the stuff before and could change it again. Because the last time we have been in the studio, you make changes inside of the studio and you have to do them in the moment, and then they sometimes work not as you wanted them to work.
Right.
So it was much better this time, yeah.
That's great. Yeah, the album production is really amazing. I'm impressed that you did that yourselves at your home studio there. That's really awesome.
Yeah, now it's quite easy to do that. A few years back it was really difficult, but just need a good laptop or good boxes and a little bit of time, and then you can do it.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. Now, how has the metal media and your fans liked the new album?
We are very happy with the reactions and the release itself. Of course, it always can be a little bit better, but you have to take in get in mind that we're a small band, and now we have the COVID times without live shows and gigs. So we are quite happy, and we got a lot of positive messages. Streams and video have good views and good comments on it. So all in all, we are quite positive about it.
That's great. I actually saw how I even heard about you guys. I saw a post on Facebook from some metal website that ranked the top thrash metal albums of the year. And I looked to see which ones were on there, and I saw Skeleton Pit. I'm like, who is that?
Yeah, we have been in a few of them. So a lot of guys released my top album of the year, and we have been in there. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah, we appreciate it, really.
Yeah,
so,
you were in mine. I ranked my top metal albums of the year, and you guys were in my top 5. So I loved it. It's fantastic. I was totally blown away when I went to check you out. I've been listening to metal since the 80s. And so, I consider myself pretty, well-read when it comes to heavy metal. And so when I hear a band that I don't know of that's showing up in a top thrash metal albums of the year, I got to check this out. So I was floored when I heard you guys. I love it. It's really good
the
stuff.
80s, that's where we came from.
You could
music-wise,
tell.
we are a little bit younger. Yeah, but regarding the music, that's what we love. All the 80s American bands like Exodus and Testament is completely our.
You could tell. You could tell.
What to hear.
You could definitely tell. I love it too that you're wearing a Havoc shirt in one of the videos. And I said, I got the same shirt. And you said, I got like 3 or 4 of them. So
and we love them.
That's awesome. I think your bass player had a Testament shirt on. I was like, nice, So yeah, I could hear it big time with you guys, the American metal influence for sure. I really liked your first album, Chaos at the Mosh Reactor. I heard it afterward because I didn't know of you guys then. And you're definitely having a lot of fun, which I really like. I mean, a lot of metal bands are very serious, and you guys play serious music, but it's cool to see that you're having some fun. What do you think about that approach of having fun with playing and not being so dead serious all the time in heavy metal?
Yeah, that's what we like. You heard it right. We have a lot of fun playing all the stuff live and really powerful show and all that. And you can see it right away when we hit the stage. And we are guys, we don't take everything too serious. We have a good laugh at everything. And I think you can hear that in our music.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. That's one of the things I liked about you is that you could definitely tell you're having fun. I used to play in a band and we were a 3-piece for a while and had 2 guitars at one time. And there's definitely a different feel to a 3-piece, and I really like the rawness of it. And I think it fits what you guys are doing perfectly.
Yeah, that's what all the mixing guys at live shows say to us. We are so easy to mix because we are only 3 guys, and afterwards they come over and say, "Wow, it was so easy, and your sound was awesome." So, that's a cool thing. And if you are just 3 guys, it's easy to plan rehearsals and all that stuff. So, we like what we're doing, and we all love the sound we do. We listen to the same sound in private, so
that's great. Now, were you guys friends before the band then?
Yeah, we 3 guys are all friends since kindergarten.
Oh, wow.
So know each other since 25 or more years. The bass player, Dominic, is my best friend since 30 years now. So
wow, that's really cool. You could tell. You could tell you guys are having a lot of fun. Now, what other bands that you like that maybe some of our listeners may not know about? And I was joking around with you earlier about the Angelus Apatrida tip that you gave me. That was a good one. I always love to ask bands, who are they listening to? Because I inevitably find a band I never heard of before. So What are some bands that you like that maybe our listeners might not know?
Yeah, the Angelus Apatrida thing, we already talked about that, so just check them out.
Yeah.
The other bands you're listening to are a little bit more well-known, I would say. The younger bands like Havoc, Warbringer, or Power Trip
Right.
from Dallas right now.
Mhm.
And but maybe I have another one. They are Spanish as well, maybe Crisix. I don't know
Yeah,
if you...
Crisix is amazing.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
really like them as well. So these
Yeah.
are the bands we listen most of the time. Apart, of course, from Exodus, Testament, and all the older '80s thrash metal bands.
Right, right. Now, what is it like to play thrash metal in Germany when you have such a rich tradition in that genre? I mean, bands like Creator, who's probably my favorite metal band of all time, Destruction and Sodom. I mean, that's like metal royalty, and you're playing in the shadow of that. I mean, what is that like being in Germany playing thrash metal with bands like that around you?
Honestly, it's really awesome. We are really happy to be in Germany and to play metal. I think in a lot of countries in Europe, maybe Southern Europe, it's quite hard, I think, to get a lot of shows and all that when you make metal. But in Germany, it's awesome. A lot of listeners, a lot of great festivals, and not only thrash metal bands like Creator and Sodom, also other big bands like Rammstein
Right.
and so on. We have a lot of metal history in Germany, and
Oh, you do.
yeah,
I
I
love
think a lot of
Accept too.
US bands want to come over to Europe and Germany especially to play live shows.
Have you
So
ever
that's
played a
awesome.
show with Creator, Destruction, or Sodom?
We've played a show with Sodom, yes, but with Creator and Destruction we have never played. No, but a few other cool bands. Municipal Waste, maybe
Oh,
you
yeah.
know them.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
we've played them 3 times together, I think. Maybe you know Ewile from the UK.
Yes, yes.
We've played with them, and yeah, there've been a few cool bands we've played together with.
That's awesome. I got to meet Mile from Creator. I did an interview
Yeah,
with
yeah.
him over here in Chicago, here in the U.S., and that was awesome. And also Schmier from Destruction. I got to meet him, doing an interview with him here. So those were, good times. I brought my son along with me to teach him about what real metal is. So
Yeah, nice.
he learns the right way. So now, what is the plan for Skeleton Pit in 2021? I mean, with COVID, obviously, there's a lot of uncertainty. Has Germany, because I haven't followed it, have you guys opened things back up again at all, or is it still pretty restricted?
Boy, it's still pretty restricted. That's a question I cannot answer at the moment because we are in a hard lockdown at the moment in Germany. We had the plan to play a lot of shows this year with our new album, play festivals and all that, but I think it will not happen. At the moment, everything except supermarkets and drugstores is closed in Germany. No bars, no restaurants, no
Right.
barbers, hairdressers, and all that stuff is closed. You have to be at home at 8 o'clock. You
Oh,
can only meet
wow.
one person from another household. So it's
Oh,
nothing
boy.
possible at the moment. Yeah, we're
Yeah,
just
that's
sitting
more
at home.
restrictive than what we're
Yeah.
doing here. So that's,
Yeah,
oof.
we got a new peak of new infections in November, and they closed everything down right after Christmas or around Christmas. And
Wow. Yeah.
so let's see what the year will bring. Maybe in summer the times will be better and we can play a few shows.
Yeah, I hope
But
so.
honestly,
I hope so.
I don't know what will happen. So we're just try to go day by day or week by week, and then let's see what we can do.
Right. Now, I know that some of the metal bands have done some online, like live streaming stuff. Have you guys talked about doing anything like that at all?
Yeah, we have talked about that, but we all say we don't want to do it now. The biggest reason for that is when you see a Skeleton Pit live show, you want to see energy, movement on the stage, interaction with the audience.
Right.
And that's something which is not possible online for us. So yeah, we are thinking about it, but at the moment we have no plan to do that. But maybe when the lockdown is still a few months, we will talk about that again. So I don't know.
Right.
But we are not the biggest fans of that approach to
Yeah, I
reach
know
audience.
most of the bands I've talked to agree with you that it's cool to do it, but it doesn't match the live feel of the audience and the
Yeah,
band
definitely.
interacting with each other. And so I could see where that would be weird to play to a camera, just no audience. Now, do you like
right.
listening to any podcasts out there that you dig, either metal or others? Any of them that you like in particular?
Yes, I listen to podcasts, but Murder Metal Mayhem seems to be a good one, maybe for the future.
I know. You said that you liked it. You listened to it a little bit
yeah.
and heard our antics
Yeah,
on there, so that's cool.
But apart from that, I normally listen to German podcasts. There's one called Fest und Flauschig. This is two funny comedians from Germany. But apart from that, I mostly listen to music, not podcasts. So
Right.
a few of them, but not my main
Right.
focus to podcasts. Yeah.
Sure. Now, how can our listeners check out Skeleton Pit? I know you guys have a Facebook page. We'll link to all this stuff in the description. So if anybody's listening that wants to get into these guys, I'll link to it. But just listeners, what's the best way to get a hold of you guys?
Oh, that's easy. You already noticed, we have a Facebook page, we have an Instagram page, we have Twitter. We are on all well-known streaming platforms like Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube. So it's quite easy. Just Google Skeleton Pit, or you go to our shop, merchcare.de. There you can buy shirts and all our stuff, and yeah.
I try to support the bands that I talk to and interview, and I bought one of your shirts, and I encourage people listening, buy this stuff so these guys can keep it going, because I know it's not easy with all this pandemic, for a lot of people, but especially bands in your situation where you're not a big established band by any means, so you're trying to stay alive. And anybody that's listening can check these guys out and support it. Buy a shirt, buy a CD, buy both, and help them out. So that's awesome. Anything else you'd like to add for our listeners? Most of our listeners are U.S., but we do have a wide range of different countries that listen.
Yeah, first of all, thank you, Pete, for inviting me to the podcast. It was really fun for me. Thanks to all listeners out there. And last but not least, to all the supporters around the world for listening and buying our stuff. Without you, metal wouldn't be what it is. And to everybody out there, be kind to each other, spread love and peace, and take care and drink beer.
There you go. Yeah. Well, those are words to live by. Definitely thank you, Patrick, for doing this, and keep on kicking total ass in Skeleton Pit. Don't be a stranger to Murder Metal Mayhem. We'd love to hear from you again. And if you were to pick just one song, whether it's on the new album or the first album, to give our listeners a good feel for what Skeleton Pit is about, which song would it be? And I'll play it.
Well, it's hard to say, but maybe the opener from our new album, Violent Raid.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The video, where we have the video on YouTube.
The video is amazing. Yeah, if you guys listen, the videos they do are really good. I love your videos with that creature that you have that's looking for, at the reactor in the background and stuff. That is great. So
all right. The first video, we had a lot of fun, and then we said just keep it going with the creature with a skeleton hand.
I love it. I love
a little bit like Eddie from Iron Maiden.
There you
want
go.
To take it new videos as well, I think.
There you go. All right. Well, we're going to play Violent Raid. You guys check out Skeleton Pit, and thanks again, Patrick, for doing this.
Yeah, thank you, Pete.
You bet.
Mother, man.